Hi everyone. Something I get asked a lot about is what do we do when our child becomes dysregulated? So what are we going to do when they're having a tantrum because they don't like a decision we've made, or they're having a tantrum about something else? Maybe their brothers or sisters upset them. Maybe something's happened at school and they've held it all in, and when they get home they just can't hold it in any longer and they're in a safe spot, so they're going to tantrum. Well, if they're in the midst of a tantrum, anything you say to them is not going to be going in, because at that point they've flipped their lid. So they're activated, they're completely overwhelmed, they're not thinking rationally, and so therefore you need to be keeping your instructions really directive, and also validating the anger. Yeah, I understand you're frustrated. That must be really difficult that your brother took your tech off of you and it really frustrated you, and I wasn't around to help in that situation. And so you feel really angry about that, and that's absolutely fine. However, it's not okay to hit me, or it's not okay to push your brother, and it's not okay to hurt other people, but you can have your angry feelings because that made you angry and frustrated, and that's fine. So if they're in the midst of a tantrum, you probably want to kind of make sure that they have some room if they're playing out their tantrum and they're thrashing around, to make sure that you're not hurt. And you're just going to stand there and you're going to be really patient and take some deep breaths in and out to keep you calm and make sure that you don't become activated. But if it's something where they're struggling to adhere to a boundary that you've put in place, so for example, okay, this happened yesterday. My daughter, who's 8 years old, had a tantrum because she had been given the option to either have an extra half an hour on her tech or have a movie, or have half an hour of a movie. And so she actually chose to continue on with her tech for half an hour. Then at the end, she then had a tantrum because she just expected to get the movie as well. You need to hold your consequences. So you're going to be saying, okay, you know what, you made your own choice, and unfortunately you obviously chose the wrong choice because that's upset you. However, we can watch a movie tomorrow and that's going to be fine. Oh yeah, well, I want to have a movie now. I'm going to tantrum until you give me a movie. I'm going to shout and yell and scream until you give me a movie. Okay, well, you can certainly yell and shout and scream. It's not going to help anything, but if you need to get your anger out that way, just go ahead. However, it's not going to change anything. You're still not going to get the movie, okay? And she actually, and she has struggled with emotional dysregulation in the past. She actually stopped and she was thrashing around on the floor and she was yelling and throwing some things and she was really angry, but I was very firm with that consequence. And she said, "Mummy, I can't relax." So when this is what we're looking for. We're looking for a child to understand that they're emotionally dysregulated, and when they're younger, they can't necessarily regulate by themselves. So you're going to be their co-regulator, which means that you're going to be there with some ideas to help them regulate. Now, she's already got a calm down kit, which I can certainly post about what we would put in that sort of thing. It's things like fidgets, stress balls, maybe some bubbles to help with some mindfulness, a little book, a calming book, some soft toys, that sort of thing. But she